Hi all, welcome to One Pitch Catch. Did you know that the last time India lost to South Africa in a Test series, Hansi Cronje was the late Hansi Cronje was South Africa's captain. Sachin Tendulkar was captaining India. Marco Jansen and Tristan Stubbs were not yet born. Match fixing was not yet a thing. I remember, I mean, we were both in cricket for at that time. April of 2000 was when the story broke. And guess what? Now South Africa has beaten India 2-0 with a 408 run margin win in the second test. Like, absolutely whopping win for South
biggest
Africa. They
biggest defeat
completed.
in
Yeah,
the
it's the
history.
biggest loss margin for India in tests. I mean, South Africa deserved every amount of this win in both the tests. They played amazingly throughout. They were very well prepared. They came off a series draw in Pakistan. India played against West Indies, but even then, actually, in the second test, they were pushed a bit. But what do you think about what's going on, right? I mean, Ganesh, like, what did you see about this? Is this really a team in transition, etc.?
You please, Jaga, this transition excuse. Even in the first test, we said that this pitch or the curators or the transition excuse could come up. I think it didn't come up because Gambhir went and asked for this pitch and it backfired. But transition, what transition after beating England? I mean, after drawing the series in England 2-2, I think he said that this is not a young team, this is a gun team. Okay, and today he comes up to a press
I
conference and
actually want
says,
to say gun team la undala team.
so it is basically today to the press conference he comes and says that this is what happens to teams in transition. What transition? I mean, this is absolutely this is like denial is a river in Egypt, Jaga. Okay, you cannot live in denial. Absolutely shambolic display, literally with bat and ball this time. And like you said, South Africa deserved every bit of it. And the South African coach yesterday saying that we wanted to make India grovel is a shame. Coming to India and an opponent coach or captain saying that, which we are at the receiving end. It's absolute shame. And especially after being so dominant at home for 12
Yeah.
years, Jaga. 12 years. And I think Rohit Sharma came back and said these kind of things can happen once in 12 years when
हाँ,
he lost three
12 साल में
matches.
एक तो होता है. Now it's
Yeah.
become दो तो होता है. Then it will
So
become तीन तो होता है.
now it's become twice in within a year.
Yeah, yeah.
so now luckily Rohit Sharma for him he would be happily laughing because he is not there. But Gambhir has to take all the flag. I think in terms of the squad selection, the 11 selection, the batting order, the usage of every player. I mean, Nitish Reddy was brought in and was never bowled, and
Yeah,
under I mean this. Forget this last innings, but generally Washington Sundar is made to bowl very late. There is a
yeah,
lot of things. I mean, even why do you have when Gill got injured? Why do you want to play Nitish Reddy when there are a lot of people who've scored a lot of runs in domestic over the last 2 years? I mean, maybe it Sarfraz, Devdutt is very much in the squad. Abhimanyu Ishwaran, of course, he's taken to 5 tours, but he's never made his debut yet.
yeah.
Aparajit, Ruturaj, of course, Jagdishan, all of them have. I mean, they have scored tons of runs. And there was questions about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma having to go and prove themselves in domestic. And what about these boys who have proven
Yeah,
themselves
what's
in
the point of domestic cricket, right? I mean, these players would have been thinking when Virat and Rohit retire, okay, I should get a chance. Instead, we keep getting all rounders. Like, I think at least over the last year plus, the strategy seems to be let's pack the side with all rounders and hopefully they will function in either department. That doesn't seem to be happening. I mean, or you're not using them properly. I mean, in terms of holding people responsible. Yes, Gautam for sure, but let's not forget Ajit Agarkar, the rest of the selection panel, and even Shubman to a large extent. I mean, if he's being a dummy when the other people are making decisions, that's also a problem.
Exactly, I mean, see, I would say that, I mean, if you have to list down, I think Gambhir is first. Of course, Agarkar and Co are there. Shubman Gill is there, and also the seniors. Everybody is there.
Yeah.
Like KL Rahul, Jadeja, Bumrah. I mean, all of them have not performed as a team this time, Jaga. I mean, if it was
Yeah.
the New Zealand series, there were Virat and Rohit and people were there. The Ashwin was there. Even Ashwin was there.
Yeah.
So all of them we didn't do it as a team. Again, now I mean, you cannot hide behind this transition. Absolute nonsense, Jaga. I did not expect. I mean, after this, I thought Gambhir will have some brains and not use the transition. He
You
came
know,
up
the
and said,
interesting thing about this whole transition thing is that let's take the batting.
hmm,
The only new people that have come in is basically Sai Sudarshan from a batting perspective because others have been around. Like Yashasvi Jaiswal has almost played 30 test matches. There's KL and there's Shubman also. And then you have Rishabh. So the batting takes care of itself. Literally, it's only one spot. Sai Sudarshan, that is a new person.
and Sai
Bowling wise,
Sudarshan
he
is a
said,
mistake. I mean, playing Sai
yeah,
Sudarshan is a
yeah.
blunder. He averages
Yeah,
less
you
than
bring
40
in,
in
you have so
domestic
many
cricket.
other people that you should have picked, and you picked somebody that didn't have any sort of batting pedigree, and you picked them based on IPL numbers, right? And from a bowling perspective, he talks about spin bowling transition. You have Kuldeep, you have Ravindra Jadeja. Like, what transition are you talking about? Like, and then you have Jasprit Bumrah, Siraj, Akashdeep. All of them have been around for a while.
I don't. I mean, see, this transition is a bloody stupid excuse, Jaga. And the biggest problem with this is now he's given the transition excuse and gone away. And India are not playing any major tests for the next 6 7 months. So
Oh,
everybody will
okay.
forget this. And what happens is next time a big test series comes, then also the same
Yeah, yeah.
Gambhir and his team will come. He will the dictatorial team he will handle, and it's not going anywhere. Gambhir, when he was not coach, how much he questioned Ravi Shastri and Dravid when things went wrong here and there. Things went wrong here and there. Now, every single day, when you wake up and watch the Indian cricket team, things go wrong, Jaga.
Yeah. I think what's also happening is that when you this transition excuse also starts to wear thin because at some point of time Ravindra Jadeja is going to retire. Like for how long are you going to keep talking about it? What did you do over the last year to mitigate against this transition risk? Of course, I think the right questions are also to ask like what did the selectors do over the last 3 4 years because it should have been obvious that Virat and Rohit were going to be leaving in a matter of a couple of years. What did the selectors do? How did Ravi Shastri and Rahul Dravid prepare for the transition? All that is also valid questions, but he can't keep using that as an excuse because the whole concept of a transition does not seem to be true anymore because he's the one that said we are not a young team.
When we drew 2-2 in England, nobody spoke about transition.
அப்ப transition கிடையாது.
So அதாவது அதுக்கப்புறம் then all the players have 5 tests extra now. I mean 5 if you add the West Indies test 7 tests additional experience they have. And I mean I think talking of West Indies cricket has fallen so bad that imagine they can't beat India in India. So
I mean, they were improving. Maybe if it was a four-test series, they may have very well beaten India.
அதாவது அதாவது ரொம்ப வெஸ்ட் இண்டீஸ் நினைச்சா ரொம்ப பாவமா இருக்கு நிஜமாவே. They can't beat India in India. What is the cricket you guys are playing?
I think they'll get there. But I think, when you mentioned about no test matches coming up for the next 7 months, there's a lot of T20 and ODI cricket, especially T20 World Cup. And all it takes is for like a good performance in the World Cup, obviously means defending your trophy. That's it. Everybody will forget because after that IPL will come and everybody's caught up in that IPL wave. And then after that, you're playing Afghanistan at home
Which is not part of the
and
WTC
you
cycle, obviously.
it's yeah, but still, you are playing them at home, and Afghanistan have pretty good spinners. Now, if you couldn't play this set of spinners, then what are the chances that you're going to do well against Afghanistan? Then India goes to Sri Lanka away. Sri Lanka is not easy to beat at home,
ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்.
so it's going to
So
be I don't know.
no, Afghanistan problem illa. We will roll out a green top for Afghanistan and
Okay,
manage it. But Sri Lanka is very difficult.
yeah, yeah. Unless some negotiation happens.
அதாவது இப்போ வந்து
Anyway, so
see the way where Indian cricket has plunged to. We are saying Afghanistan is not a problem. Okay, so thanks to Gambhir. And I mean, talking of IPL, no, you said IPL will come, everybody forget. And these IPL performances are the problem. when as fans, team or sub teams are very happy when their people score. But IPL performances give them test places, which
Yeah.
is pathetic. And
I
I
think
mean,
we've said
yesterday
it often, right? IPL performance is what gave the coach his place also.
yeah, exactly. Yesterday, I saw a meme which said where Gambhir and McCollum were laughing and sharing a joke. I mean, the two people who are responsible for making two good teams the worst is it. I mean, though it's
Yeah, I
questionable
mean,
saying England is
yeah,
one of
England
the
were
best
not
teams.
good. Yeah, England are not good when McCallum took over. He definitely has made them improve, but they just find ways to lose far too often. But I mean, going back to the WTC, like, what should India do now? Like, I think they are probably like number 5 or number 6 in the table, and still, of course, a couple of years to go. But what should India do to try and get into the top, like
one
two,
thing,
to make it to the
one
final?
thing, one thing they should start winning first. Let's decide going to final and all we'll decide later. Points, draw,
Okay.
how we who we beat, how we win, all those things will later. First thing we'll start winning.
Okay. That's a good
So,
start.
so probably
On
we have a
that,
5 test match series against West Indies coming up. We have to figure that out.
yeah, yeah. But West Indies will say, I don't want that to be part of WTC. Then what do you do? Anyway, so on that optimistic note, on what is obviously a pretty somber day, I mean, it's not like somebody died or something, but I think you could actually probably take a bale and burn it and say this is India's version of the ashes or something like that, because you don't lose to South Africa and New Zealand at home. We've never got used to it. Like, I mean, 25 years ago was when it last happened. That's almost a couple of generations anyway.
You
So
won't lose to anybody at home, given the way that we have been. India has been the powerhouse of cricket. This is definitely there is something wrong in the atmosphere in the dressing room. I feel, Jaga. I mean, that's for another day. We will probably
yeah,
dig deep into all that on another day because it's we are running short of time. So I
yeah,
think on
sure.
that note, Gambhir and McCollum are getting their performance bonuses from their opponents. I think.
From the other teams is okay. Not from BCCI and
So
ECB.
that is why the McCullum versus Gambhir series ended in a 2-2 draw.
Oh, okay, okay. Nobody will pay again. Okay, fine. Got it. Yeah, yeah, well played. Okay, nice,
Mm.
great. Thanks a lot. Please do leave your comments and feedback and do subscribe to our channel. We'll come back in a few days with more stuff. We'll first try and get a review done, a more detailed review of the series, obviously, and then we'll move on to other things. So thanks a lot and bye.
Bye.